Hello guys, this tutorial I want to talk to you about working with lists in Python. A lot of times when you're programming in Python, you're dealing with a large amount of data. When you're dealing with a large amount of data, you want to make sure you can manage it and organize it properly. List is one of the structure we can use instead of Python to store a list of information. We can take a bunch of data values, we can put it inside the list, and it allows us to organize and keep a track of them a lot easier. As you can see in my program, I already created a list. The question is, how are we going to access each of the elements inside the list? We can access them by their index. Each of the elements have a particular index. Index usually start at 0, which I can say that Ken has an index position 0, Clint has 1, Marie is 2, Karen is 3, Sam has an index position 4. Let's say I wanted to access Karen. Karen has an index position 3. If I print this, it should print Karen. What if I access Ken? Ken has an index position 0. If I run this, it should print Ken. What if I enter negative numbers? Usually, when you input negative numbers, it's always going to start at the back of the list. For example, negative 1. It should print Sam, because Sam is the end of the list, which is negative numbers always start at the back. There is another way to access like a portion of the list. Let's say I only want Marie, Karen, and Sam. Marie has an index position 2. 2, semicolon. Basically, this will grab the element at the index of 2 and all of the elements after that. If we run this, we should grab Marie, Karen, and Sam. I can also specify a way. Like for example, 1, semicolon, 3. Basically, it will grab Glenn, Marie, but it's not gonna include Karen. Because it is 1 up to, but not including 3. If we run this, it's only gonna print Glenn and Marie. So that's how we can access elements inside of this list. But we can also modify elements. So for example, I want to modify this value Sam. Well, you have to do just access that element. Let's say friend Sam is at the index position of 4. I can change it whatever I want. So I could say friend index position of 4. I'm gonna set it equal to Lyren. If we print friend, the list of friends will be updated. As you can see, Sam is no longer on the list. We can also delete elements from the list using the del statement. Let's say we wanted to delete Clint from the list. Write down here, write del friend square bracket the index of the element you wanted to delete. Since we wanted to delete Clint, Clint has an index position of 1. If we print out this, Clint will be no longer on the list. As you can see, the list is updated. Clint is no longer on the list. So, those are kind of basics working with lists. Basic list operations. Lists respond to the addition and multiplication operator much like string. They mean concatenation and repetition here too, except that the result is a new list, not a string. In fact, list responds to all of the general sequence operator we used on string in the prior chapter. Here are the example of basic operator in list.
So I'm going to show you the common functions used in lists. We have two lists over here, and we're gonna try the first, which is len. And we're gonna find the len of the girlfriend, and len calculates how many elements there are on your list. For example, girlfriend, we're gonna find the len, and this is 5 elements in the girlfriend, and we're gonna run it, and the result is 5. Then there is max, which basically shows the maximum element in proper order. Like when we try to use monthsary as a list, and we're gonna find the maximum length, the maximum element is supposed to show 26. And then there, it showed 26. Then we can also use minimum, which is vice versa of the max. This will show the result of 1, which is the lowest number. And then there, it showed the result of 1.
In this tutorial, I just want to show you a bunch of those methods. We're going to talk about some of the most common methods that we'll use on the list to make them more easy to use. In my program, there are a set of lists. The first list is monthsary and the second list is girlfriend. So the first one I want to show you is the method called append. Let's say I want to add the girlfriend. Let's type girlfriend dot append, close and open parentheses. Let's say I want to add Annalyn. So let's run the program. So append is basically add item on the end of the list. So the second one is called extend. Extend is basically allow you to take a list and append another list on the end of it. Let's say I want to add girlfriend list to monthsary list. Let's type girlfriend dot extend. Let's open parentheses. In this parentheses, we're gonna put monthsary list that I wanted to add in the girlfriend list. So let's run the program. So when I print out, not only girlfriend list will be printed, it also includes monthsary list inside a one list. So the third one is called insert. Let's say I want to insert Annalyn at the index of 1. Let's type girlfriend dot insert, close and open parentheses. So basically, insert takes two parameters. The first parameter will be the index where you're gonna insert the element. And the second parameter is the element you want to add. So let's run the program. As you can see, Annalyn is the index of 1, and all of the elements will be pushed at the right. So the fourth method is called pop. Let's type girlfriend dot pop and close open parentheses. So basically, pop is gonna do pop an item of the list. Let's run the program. As you can see, we basically remove the last element inside of the list. So this is what pop method does. So the fifth method is called remove. Let's say I want to remove my girlfriend Liza from the list. Let's type girlfriend dot remove Liza. Let's run the program. As you can see, Liza is removed from the list. So the sixth method is called count. Let's say I want to count how many 14 in the monthsary list. Let's type print, close open parentheses, monthsary dot count, close open parentheses, 14. This will tell me how many 14 that will show up in the monthsary list.
it should say 3. Let's run the program. We show up 3, which actually does.
So, if you type a name that is not on the list, so let's say Aliana, the program should say Aliana is not on the list. Let's type girlfriend dot index, another open and close parentheses, Aliana. And if we run the program should say it's not on the list. And there, it said that Aliana is not on the list. So if I wanted, I can reverse the elements in the list. Let's say I wanted to reverse the list girlfriend. So if I run the program, reverse basically rearrange the elements. So let's type girlfriend dot reverse. Then let's run the program. And the result will show that Crystal will be the first, which in the original list, Crystal is the last. So all the elements in the list is reversed. So last is the sort. This function arranges the elements on the list in order. So let's say we're going to use the monthsary list. Let's type monthsary dot sort and open and close parentheses. This will result to the elements in the monthsary list in ascending order. Let's run the program. And as you can see, the numbers in the monthsary list are arranged from least to highest. And this also works on girlfriend list. So if you want to arrange the names of your girlfriends in alphabetical order, you will just type girlfriend and then print girlfriend. So let's run the program. And as you can see, the names in the girlfriend list are arranged by alphabetical order.